Hi there. Welcome to Small Business Coffee Break, the video series where we take a few minutes to work on your business, not just in it. Today we talk about Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Should we treat all social media platforms the same? With Luisauda Alvarez, a skilled social media strategist. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get into it.
One of the key things and the biggest mistakes that small businesses make is that they use all platforms the same. What goes on Facebook, they post on Twitter, they post on Instagram, goes on LinkedIn. Never, never, never. You can post similar content or even the same content and if you want in a different way. So if you're gonna post something on Facebook, then you should be posting different imagery or content on Instagram. And what you post on Twitter should always be something that's very up to minute, because Twitter is chronological order. It's one of the few platforms that still has that algorithm. So what you post at 10 a.m. is going to stay at 10 a.m. So if you don't post again until noon, no one will see your content from 10 a.m. until noon unless they're scrolling all the way down. Where Facebook's algorithm is much different. It's really based on likes and shares. So you need to make sure that whatever you're posting there is extremely engaging, that people are going to want to like it, share it, talk about it, so that you continue to show up on people's news feeds. So that's what's really important, is to make sure that each platform is treated differently.
Very cool. But see, the problem ends up being is that, it's called Instagram. It's supposed to happen instantly, right?
Yes.
But it doesn't. but it doesn't. And I think I'm aware of that. I'm guilty of sharing the same thing across multiple platforms.
Yeah, we all are.
And I really appreciate that perspective. If you have one piece of content, what you mean. I understood what you meant, for instance, from the difference between Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as far as the algorithms are concerned.
Yeah.
But other than Twitter, which is obviously more text-based, what would be the difference, say, between something on Facebook and Instagram?
So the difference between something on Facebook and Instagram is that Instagram is really about capturing a beautiful image. That's what Instagram was really created for. That was the basis of the whole entire app, was photos, beautiful photos. So you want to make sure that your pictures are bright, they have color, that it instantly catches someone's eye, that it's not something you'll just scroll past. So developing imagery that way will really capture people's attention. Where Facebook, it's good to have information along with a photo. And I also think the videos do better on Facebook because people can actually see what you're talking about along with your text. We need to remember that a lot of people aren't reading nowadays. So whatever you post in your photo needs to be able to tell the story before we get to the caption.
Awesome. And that leads, I think, to another question, which was which I had for you, which was, all right, picture or video? Which is the right one?
They're both the right one. It
Okay.
depends the platform that you're using it with and what type of content you're trying to generate. So if you're sharing a how-to, absolutely a video. If you're just showing me a photo of you kind of working out, but you're not really going to give me a tutorial, but you just want to share, like, this is my latest update, then I think a photo would do much better. So it really depends what you're trying to portray. So for somebody like a purse designer, I would absolutely do a photo, unless you're going to do a behind the scenes on how the purse was made. Then a video would be extremely engaging because it's giving me a behind the scenes look. And that's what social media is all about. It's really introducing people to kind of, this is how this whole product came about. Show me how this coffee mug was made, the printing that went behind it. I want to know all of the details. That's why I'm following you, because I need all the juicy things that I won't see in a normal ad or commercial.
And it's funny because I think that in creating content or trying to create content, it's removing that thing, finding that thing that people will find interesting about what you do. Like you're talking about how the coffee cup was made. Now I'm intrigued. Now I want to know how the coffee cup was made.
How the printing was done. How did they get just the handle part to be black and inside?
And I think about it when I go to XYZ store, I don't decide how what I like or what I don't like based on how is it made, but how much more am I likely to engage if I saw a video of how it was made?
Exactly.
How much more likely am I just to choose that one? So creating that content, finding that interest point is important.
Exactly, and then that's how you'll be able to decide whether video or photo. But I think both are really great right now. Video's doing much better on Facebook, so if you have the type of content that will generate likes, that will generate interest, then I would highly recommend doing video for Facebook, because that's really what's booming on that platform right now.
If you have any questions that you'd like to ask Luisauda, I put her contact information in the description. If you have any questions you'd like me to ask Luisauda or any other professional in their field, my contact information is also in the description. See you next week for another cup of coffee and more questions answered.